Everybody, it is February 2nd, Thursday, and we're going to go over the futures markets here. So starting off with S&P 500, you see these lines I have in my chart over here, the red and blue line. What they represent is the day's high and low, because what I look for using it is a target area. So drawing off the red line, which is the low right there, to the high, using the previous day's high and low. This is the area we're looking for, either going up or going down right here. But in today, as you can see, price rose, hit the area, and then started selling off from, because within the 1.146 up to the 1.414 area, what we look for with that is a type of, we look for a movement to happen within it. Now, price can just skyrocket through there. It has happened before. I could show an example where it does do that. But for the most part, the majority of the time when it hits that level, you're going to see some type of price reaction to it, meaning price just isn't going to blow up through it or just blow down through it if it's going down in the market. So as today, price hit up in there and then started selling off. And then at the end of the day today, this candle right here was solid green going up all over here, and right at 3 p.m. at where it was closing, the markets were closing, and I was hoping it's continue to go up because it would set up for a great trade going into tomorrow, but unfortunately it did not. And so it's sold off ever since. But let me just show you a couple examples of what that looks like. We'll just go back a couple days over here. So starting off here to here using the previous or that day's high and low. So doing that and that. What we're looking for is if price continues to move lower, we're looking for this area to have some type of reaction from it. Sure enough, we get the reaction from it, and then it closes down there on the lows. And then going into the next day, there's the high. Down to low, so we look for either price going to go up or down. All right, it's hit down in there. There we have some reaction out of it again. Going up here to this day. Price is going. It's down, moves back up. And then for this one, it blows through it. You see you get a little bit of stoppage within it, but for the most part, it blew on past it. So it does happen sometimes, but these are the target areas we're looking for price to move in. Now, sometimes we'll have days that are, we don't get it. Let's see if we can find one here. It's not too often, but like here's a day. Yeah, here's a day right here. It almost is like the same day, but you see there's the high, there's the low, there's the break right here, this dotted blue line, there's the high, there's the low. So price didn't even hit the 1.146 line either way over there, but eventually price will break out. And here we have the high, and then here we have the low right there. So you can see going into that day, it hit it, moved up, and then just completely sold off by the end of the day and blew on right back past it for it. So those are the target areas looking for. So going into tomorrow real quick, what we're going to look for is we're going to look for kind of the target zones being down here. If it's going to be a sell-off tomorrow, or if the market's going to continue to move down, price is currently at 41.60. We would look for it to come down to at least 41.26 area right here. And then if the market is going to be an up day tomorrow, then we're looking for it to go to at least $4,219 or 4,219 in the S&P 500. It's currently at 41.61. But let me show you real quick a really good trade that was today. Let's see here. No. Yep. That's what we want. There we go. So starting off this right here. What this trade is right here, this goes back to a really old trade I used to do a long time ago. Just started looking at it recently, especially utilizing the semaphores more. Is you want to make sure you at least have one red semaphore in it. You don't want to use two yellows because price can skyrocket up way past it. But basically how it works is, let me take off this Fibonacci level, is all you do is using like these two semaphores. There's a red one, there's a yellow one. They have to be two consecutive ones. We just draw the Fibonacci retracement level down to the high, down to the low, or low to high if it's going the opposite way. And then all we're doing is, you see it's going up there and hitting this. Then all we are doing is we are looking for a pullback to the 38% line. Let's go back to pullback. So that's target we're looking for, going back to the 30% line. So once it hits, once it hits the 1.146 level, that's when we start looking for the pullback. And when the pullback doesn't happen but keeps on going up, the entry level I'm looking for is this one right here, the 3.618 level, because based upon all the time I've looked at the charts, the research I've done, that seems to be the safest area to get into for when you can start expecting a pullback to happen, because what it means is this move has gone on really far and it has a pullback. So obviously every move eventually is going to have a pullback, and this kind of shows that the market is really overextended and we are looking for the pullback to happen. So price kept on going up, 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 and up. And you see there, right here, it's 3.618 level. That's actually where I got in today. And then you just keep on drawing the Fibonacci retracement level up. So there's the green line. That's the 38% line right there. I end up getting out right there for a nice little profit right there. I wish I'd gotten out right there, obviously, but I actually wasn't in front of my computer right there. But got out right there for the market closed. And then now I wish I'd stayed in because it came down even lower, but it is what it is. And so the target we're looking for is down here, the 38% line at 4147.75. Now, if price continues to skyrocket up, it does happen from time to time, not too often though. It'll go up all the way even to the 6.815% level. Then, you know, if you got in right here, you have to scale in with some other trades. So I don't, which I do, it's scale in with other trades. So you create the overall profit level for it. But then what you can do, if it goes up to the 6.85 level, you can move the exit down to the black line. Let's draw this up a little bit, which is the 50% line right there, just under 50%. I think that's like the square root of 50%. Let's see. Can't remember why I made it 4.859. Yeah, there's some, I have to go back and relook at it, but the reason why it's not 50 is like the square root of some number that's close to 50, so that's why I use that instead of the straight up 50 line for it right there. But anyways, if it goes up to 6.85, then you can make the exit the 50% retracement level for it. So anyways, that's how that trade looks. So we are waiting for price to come on down a little bit more for that level down here to get hit at about 41.47. It's currently at 41.64. Now the market opens back up here. Well, it's 13 minutes till it officially closes, so it opens up at 5 p.m. I wouldn't look me get in. I would hope that there would be a move back up to right here, so up to 3.618 level, so get in short, and then the target would be all the way back down here to the 30% line. So that is the S&P 500. Going into the Russell 2000, the markers that we're looking for tomorrow are right there and right there. We're looking to break out either way, going up to either 2024 or down here to 1956.8. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is check the overbought oversold levels. So coming off over here, you can see on the MFI indicator right there, it is back into being overbought over the 70 line right there for MFI. No, excuse me, 80 line over here MFI. So it did come out there, come off of there a little bit today. So what I'm looking for tomorrow is more of that continuation going forward for more of a sell-off. But as you can see, for the past several times when prices come up to the oversold level, it has not come back down, excuse me, the overbought level up here, it has not come back down here to being oversold. Because normally what happens is price hits the overbought, see like this level right here, you see it's overbought, and then we have the sell-off, it goes down into the oversold level, and then it goes back to the overbought, and then it should go down to oversold, but obviously that didn't happen every time. And price has just been ratcheting around, being overbought, not even coming down to the oversold level. But we are getting more discrepancy within the movements, because here, as you can see, we have an overbought level down to overbought, but it's in the downward slope. And here is the price that is in conjunction with it. And as you can see, price is going up, MFI is going down. So that's going to tell us even more weight to it that we are looking for a sell-off here in the S&P 500, even sooner than later. So going over to the Russell 2000, there was another trade over here using the same sort of thing today for it. That was a mess-up trade that I had to take a loss for right there. And using this one, I believe this is off the 1 minute chart actually. Yeah, this is off the 1 minute chart. Show you how it works. Using red semaphore right here, down to right there. So you hit the 1.146 and kept on moving up. So what I did was I just drew that. Let's take that back down to pull back one, and we're looking for hit the green line. Let's zoom in a little bit, make it easier to see. Price goes up to right there, doesn't come back down, hit the green line, and then just continues to move up, move up, move up. There would have been the entry if I was paying attention to it at that time, but I was not, which worked out really nicely. And then price comes up over here, and I see I got in right there. Price comes up right here, hits the hits the 6.85 level. So once it does that, once it hits the 6.85 level, you can move your target to, instead of having the 38% line to be it, which would have been right here, you move it to the black line, the 50% line right there. So I'll just draw the blue box to make it easier to see. And as you can see, price came back down, hit off the blue line right there. So I think I got a little bit early. I got out at the 38% line, but you can always take it down to the 50% line, as you can see, because I mean, that from that one would have been a real nice trade right there, the 1 minute chart for it. So that's how that one works. Now going over to the Dow Jones, go to the 5 minute chart, make it easier to see. You see from yesterday, right here to today, it's just inside day. There's nothing going on. We can see where we had some of the retrace. If I can get this on there we go. We can see where we had some of the retracements happen to it. And we can see price came back down between the 38 and the 60 pretty much all day. 38 down to 60, back to 38, and look at that, perfect. Just waffled all around all day pretty much from when the market opened at, what is that, 8:30, right here, all the way down to 68, 38, 68, 38. So within those, definitely consolidation day for the Dow Jones. And then if we look at the targets we're looking for tomorrow, where it currently is, it's going to be an up day. We're looking at least 34,271 to get hit, and for a down day, 33,803 to get hit for it. Going over here to the hold on, dog's choking. Okay. All right. Going to the 4 hour chart, we can see that the MFI over here came from overbought down to oversold, right down there, and then we've had to move back up. It's been slightly overbought over here, and not too much, but still has reached the overbought territory. So then, if it moves down, we're looking for the next movement to be down here, down to the oversold territory. So that would also align with the S&P 500 that we're looking for it. Going over to oil, we'll just start with the MFI indicator. It's the middle of no man's land. The last time was being overbought territory, so if it does keep on trending down, we're looking for the oversold territory to go over there and get hit. But we can see, you know, going from yesterday to today, or yesterday's high low, the target area we're looking for is down here, and we see it hit right down in the box before we had the movement back up to it. So then going over for tomorrow, depending on which way the market's going to go. Unfortunately, I have no idea if it's going to go up or down tomorrow. But if it does go up, the target we're looking for is at least $77.57. And when it goes lower tomorrow, the target we're looking for is $74.62. Currently prices at $75.90. This week oil's been beaten up pretty badly. As you can see, we had the big drop yesterday, continuation to it for today. Going over here in the 1 minute chart to see if there's any potential trades. There aren't really any potential trades I'm looking for right now. So going over to, last but not least, the Nasdaq right here. We can see it is in overbought territory right there, and it was just because Facebook posted some really good numbers today. So it led the market, you know, is up. It's up over 3% at one point in the day, but then we had the sell-off right at the end of the market. And but it is in overbought territory, so the anticipation would be for it to move down to oversold. But as you can see, here it was overbought right here, and it's been going down lower. Even though it never reached oversold, price had been going higher. But we do have, just like we have in the S&P 500, we have divergence between price and the MFI right there. So most of the markets are setting up for some type of pullback to happen to it. Going over here, this one is in a similar trade. This one is in kind of like the same trade setup as the S&P 500. I'll just take this off right here to show you real quick. You can see using that semaphore and that semaphore, price rose up. And there's the 2.618, which I don't even, I need to change this actually. There we go. Price rose up. There, hit the 3.618 level, up to the 4.236. Never hit the 6.85 level. So what we're looking for down here, take this over to the pullback one. We are looking for the 38% line to come and get hit. So the target area we're looking for is going to be, I'll draw a blue box there to make it easier to see. Came down pretty close, but never did quite hit it. So that's the level we're looking for. We're looking for it to go down to at least 12,609 here in the S&P 500. It's at 12,675. So no reason to believe that even the overnight session won't come down and hit that. Best case scenario for me is it doesn't hit that, price rockets back up, so you can take a real nice short trade when it gets back in this area, right up in there. But anyways, that's the market wrap up today. Talk to you later. Thanks, bye.